Good evening, Kmart shoppers. As you can see, as I get set up to start doing some repairs, we get a visiting little kitty cat. He is angry that he has not been fed yet. He gets fed in 20 minutes. So he's just enjoying a little bit of a cuddle time right now. Literally just popped up as I was starting. He's being a cutie little kitty cat. Get rid of this starting soon. Block. Get better. I've got these cough drops because I've been coughing non-stop for the past few days. I was gonna do this on Thursday and then I was gonna do some Friday, but the coughing was just prohibitive of wanting to do anything. So today I had to stream. I've got some stuff I have to do and I need to catch up on them. Let's see if he does the thing. So what I like to do is just reach underneath and scratch his chin and sleep on my, yeah, it's captured my arm. It's captured my arm. Actually pushing down on my arm really hard. So in a bit of a cuddle. What's his I hope y'all have had a good Saturday and week. I think everyone's been getting the sickness over the past couple of days because everyone that I talked to was like, yeah, been sick, been sick. So hopefully this is just the last of it right now. Kitty. Do I take my other arm? No. Hey, Spell. Yeah. Him to be down. This arm is lost. I might have to cut it off. People like, please, Father, I want some food. I'm recovering from a cold. The head cold's been going around. I got one 2 weeks ago when I went to a convention and been recovering ever since. Oh. All right. I gotta do some work, Lulu. Oh, you want me to keep petting you? Uh, oh, congratulations! Sorry about that. Congratulations. Glad to see that that's worked out for you. What will you be doing? Some financial stuff or more coding or what? 11 months later, yeah. Well, could be worse. Could be doing programming for a law firm. All right. We've got a CHA modeled PlayStation 5. This is the backwards compatible hardware. It looks like someone's been in it before. I don't know what's wrong with this one, so let's just get into it. So, from what I was told, one of them has a broken power supply and one of them has a broken... Oh, we're missing screws. One of them has a possibly broken laser. So we're going to see. Actually, I should probably plug it in and power it on first to verify. Can't tilt my head very well because when I was coughing this morning, it screwed my neck up. So now I've got a pinch in my neck from all the coughing that I've been doing. I want to take a closer look at those pins. They seem fine. That's good. LAN port needs some cleaning. This looks like it's going to need some cleaning already. I can see the dust. All right. So this one's going to be a dusty boy. Where did I put my spare power supply? I don't think I grabbed a spare one. Grab one real quick. That's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Yep, that's EVI. Right, I'll just grab one from somewhere. That is for the bench power supply. I'll just take it from the back of my soldering iron. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Mino has disappeared. Of course he has. I'm no longer paying attention to him. Let me plug the capture card in. What we can get. Actually, I need to bring this back up. I get the capture card stuff from. Well, it's booting up. There we go. It looks like the console has been reset. Let me grab a PS3 controller. That's a PS4 controller. Where did I put my PS3 controller? Controller, that's a PS4 controller. My PS3 controller has gone somewhere, so I'm gonna have to grab another one. Luckily for me, I have like 5 of them. That's the controller. That's PS2 controller. That's PS3 controller. Up. Let's make that full screen. English, US. Yes, I want to use HDMI. I'm super glad that this capture card strips DHCP, so I don't have to worry about it. Set. Enter. It's set. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm going to factory restart this anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, so immediately I'm hearing the sounds of the power supply heating up. I'm smelling some dust. It is spin it up. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is getting quite loud. What version firmware is this thing on? Ooh, that fan got loud. 4.86. So I can plug any old game in. Go with NHL 13, eh? See if it reads the game. It's got to probably power off to overheating in a moment. But it is booting into a game. Hopefully. Okay, so I'll bring this down a little bit. It's stalling. So the heat coming out of the back is not harsh, but it is loud. So there is some restricted airflow going on in here. And honestly, I might want to turn this off before it gets even worse. That first one, set off system. Yes. All right. So before that gets any worse, I wanted to turn it off. It looks like it's reading games, so that's good. So I think the only thing that's wrong with it is that it's hella dusty and needs to be cleaned. So let's get on that. Is a good. That is a good start. If that's all that's wrong with this. Missing screws. Quite a few missing screws. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of dust. Okay. What? Oh, I think I need to get a larger bit. So that's going to continue happening. Maybe this one. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but the colors look faded out today on my phone. Uh, Maybe it's just because the lighting is bad at the moment. I need to get some LED lighting. So I should be able to remove this. There we go. It's been taken off before. What's that? This. We shall that out. See if we can follow the. Well, this just lifts up, so that's fine. There. Ooh, there is quite a little bit of dust on here, right there. Through. Okay, 1,000 out. That power supply's got to need to be opened and cleaned. I'm not going to look forward to that. Really hate opening up power supplies. Remove the cable. Remove this cable. Well, can we lift it up? It is. So that wasn't even connected properly. Chassis key. Chassis screws. Probably going to need to be dust compressed air. So I might have to come back to this one tomorrow because I think my compressed air is run out. I haven't got my air gun back yet. That screw's missing, that screw's missing. If you're going to do it like this, is because you want... Oh, yeah, there's a lot of dust on there. The back plate needs to be preserved. A lot of people try to take it out and not save the back plate, and it screws the back plate up. So you want to be careful when taking these out. Flipping it upside down seems to be the best way to do it. And then you just pop these up and pop it around, make sure that this one's popped up, this one's popped up, and it should just pop out. Nice and easy. Probably wants to take the hard drive out, I suppose. Big old dust bunny. Yeah, this one's dusty. Okay, hard drive, that is dusty. Ooh, all right, let's do some cleaning while we've got this. Let's start from here. We get our Kim wipes. But come on. Kim wipes. Anti-static wipes. Douse it in a little bit of IPA. And let's just remove any of the surface crap that we can see. Go. No idea what happened here. That's cleaned up pretty well. Okay, this top case looks pretty good now, at least on the top of it, it does. Get rid of some of that dust. I'm gonna grab a tube tip, which is under here. I'm gonna go underneath some of these pieces. Get rid of any excess dust. Okay, big buddy there. There's going to be some dust I'm going to have to clean up from underneath there afterwards, but that's fine. Okay. So now that that's done, we're going to take these 4 screws off. And then de-dust the top of that. Pressing this the completely wrong way. Ignore me. You should probably unscrew these two screws halfway, then these two screws halfway. But I did it in a bad order, so whatever. And then just pop all of these out. Carry that on the way. Then to remove this, you just lift this chassis up. And it's not too bad under here. So someone's probably accessed this recently. Gonna dredge another Kim White and go around and clean up all this dust. I feel like it's been in here. Someone's been in here recently, but I can't say that they have because of the dust buildup. I would think that if someone's been in here recently, they would have de-dusted it, but then again, I can't trust anyone to do your job for you. Jesse's clean. Now we're just going to go through and carefully brush up on some of these components. I forgot to buy new toothbrushes today, so I'm not using a toothbrush. I walked right past the dollar store just after thinking today, I need new toothbrushes. I think I was just so desperate to get a coffee at that point that I was just thinking about coffee. You know how it is. Okay. A lot more dust on this underside, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab another Kim wipe. Actually, first things first, I'm gonna go feed the cat real quick. It is his food time, so I'll be right back. Mr. the Minu has been fed. I wanted to get myself a drink at the same time, but forgot to bring my water cup. So instead I grabbed myself a Oreo Coke Zero. That really does taste like Oreo at the beginning. It's so weird. I love it. This box of Kim wipes is defective. The thing keeps going inside. Please stop doing that. There we go. That looks a lot better. Looks a lot better now, Gov, don't it? Okay. We got rid of most of the dust. There's still a little bit of dust in here, but I'm not going to be too concerned about that. Let us flip this over and see. Actually, I'm going to take this one off take this out as well. Whoop. There. Flip this over and see what the other side looks like. Yeah. Big old dust bunnies. Woo. The big bunnies. And some of the dust over here. And we want to be careful, so don't want to grab this by the wires, you want to grab it by the plastic on the side. And what I've noticed is that sometimes this plastic part down here can come off, so try to hold that down while lifting the other plastic up, and boom. So it is hooked in from that end, so we want to lift this end up first, which is the front of the console, and just push it gently. You don't want to push it too hard, because if the thermal paste is dry, it is going to not be good. Oh yes, you got to remove these two screws as well. Whoops. So a whole bunch of screws missing, but these two screws weren't. So now we can lift this up gently. Oh wait, no, this one here as well. One's a little bit more secure, this plastic bit, so you can just grab the plastic holding the wires in. This one's just delicate. Lift up, and okay, so we've got... Ah! Nobody saw that. All right, so we've got dry thermal paste. Let's just start cleaning this up. Hopefully I didn't crack anything. Oh, I feel like such a fucking idiot there. Holy shit. I'm going to put some IPA on the thermal paste. That could be one of the major reasons why it's overheating, is that the thermal paste is just dry and rock hard. Find a place for this to sit. Remove this and this. You can sit like there. So that can sit there, which is mostly level. Let us clean up the board. The thermal paste is not too dry, so that is some good news. Oh wow, this is actually more liquidy than I thought, so that is good news. Someone's probably replaced the thermal paste at some point, maybe about 8 years ago or so, but they've used generic thermal paste, so it's no good. That's just everywhere, isn't it? I'll have to Q-tip that afterwards. Get rid of some of this. I'm gonna have to Q-tip a lot of this thermal paste. Ooh, what is going on there? Someone shoved another pad under here. I I might have some pads to replace this stuff with. I should have some pads. I'll replace those. Replace this. We'll replace this. I have to double check the thicknesses of the pads. Go around and Q-tip some of the nutrients. Clean up some of this. Okay, I'm just going to rip these pads off. I'm going to just replace them. Yeah, a lot of that dust seems to be gone. Let's clean up some USB ports. I'll go back in there with some tweezers afterwards and just make sure that that has been properly cleaned. Have up some of the dry stuff. Hard bay. Gonna replace this pad. Come on. Come on. What? Let's use a scraper. Go. Most of the dust is already off the board, which is great. Now we're just going to go back through and clean up the big metal components. And a lot of people are nowadays de-lidding the heat sinks off of these to replace the thermal paste. I do not feel comfortable in doing that, so I am not going to. If I had a practice board that I could do this on, I probably would do that, learn how to do it properly, and then do it, but I am not willing to risk doing that. I didn't even know if these ones here can. This one probably can. This one probably can, but oh my god, this is going to be tricky. Okay, so the big metal pieces are nice and clean. That's good. I don't know what that is. That is just a metal stain. Q-tip. Clean up this excess thermal paste. There is some dust under there. I'm doing this very gently with some metal tweezers. Probably shouldn't be using metal tweezers for this. I just want to make sure that it is at least a little bit clean. Then I'm going to come back in, pinch the tweezers, and wrap them. They're a little bit potent. Just pick them up a little bit. Picking them a little bit. Again, very gently. You do not want to accidentally scratch something that you shouldn't be or move anything. Very gently. Fantastic. That's nice. Okay, I think this side is good to leave alone for the time being. This is all nice and clean. Put that there. There. There are still. Oh, that's really under there. Gently. Where was it? It was right here. If there's any way I can possibly remove that. No. Alright, that's fine. Right, well, this looks a lot better than it did about 10 minutes ago. Let's Q-tip the port. Just to make them nice and clean. I'm not going to put anything in here. I don't want to screw anything up with that. No. All right. So I'm going to put this over here just for the time being. Going to clean the chassis up. Not going to wet anything first. I'm just going to use the old wipe to clean away the thermals. There's some of this large dust bunny. I'm going to need to remove those pads as well. Oh. Alright, well, I've got thermal paste all over my fingers. Can wipe with a little bit of IP on it, fix that. Get rid of these thermal pads that are absolutely dry. Spudger. You'll have to excuse me. I'm also expecting a visit from my patron about some more stuff he wants me to fix. So Yeah, he might. I don't know if he's coming by today or if he's going to come by tomorrow. Because I think tomorrow he's got a big haul coming in. I don't think he. Oh no, he has to come by today because he's got stuff that he wants me to ship tomorrow. So we'll see when he gets here. Okay, that's underside taken care of. Wish these Kimwites would stop going back into the box. Or like a half of them out or something. Okay, almost done. We're going to need to clean up the sides of this with a Q-tip. Hey, Colorfinger, if you want me to, I certainly can. Go ahead and ship it to me. I think you have my address. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I've got like 5 or 6. Oh, I got like 6 or 7 of them spare here right now. You don't even need to mod ship them nowadays. All you need is a copy of Free McBoot. But hey, thanks for popping on by, buddy. Right now, not much is happening. I'm cleaning a PS3. This is a backwards compatible PS3, so it's one of those big, highly sought after ones. I think the problem with it is just it's overheating because the system was full of dust and that had some old thermal paste in it. Yep, go for it. Keep me on your second monitor is it'll help me out if people want to pop by or something, you know? Have fun being toxic with Junkrat, you know? That should be good enough. I'm gonna move this aside real quick and just clean up my work area. Delicious, delicious Kim wipes. If no one here who is actually watching knows Colorfinger, he's a good buddy of mine. Has written a novel called Intermission, which you can check out. He every now and then, very infrequently, does music streams and has been since from Something Awful since like 2009. So, you know, when those ever pop back up again, uh, those are a fun treat to come listen to. All right, so that's been taken care of. We need to take care of the fan, which I've had sitting aside, soaking up some IPA. And it is moving, which is good, question mark. But it is also thick. So let's just replace this with the lowest tier fucking I should stop, I should not swear. The lowest tier thermal paste you could probably buy. Need more Kim wipes. This box is defective. RIT off. There we go. Okay, now that the thermal paste is really the worst part of it. Like you can deal with the dust. You can always take an antihistamine to not have to worry too much about the dust, or some pseudoephedrine, which technically is a precursor to methamphetamines, but you know, works very well for me. But really, the thermal paste is just icky and gooey. It gets everywhere. Makes a mess. Need the thicker one. Okay, it's not so bad. We'll do the inside first. Alright, so luckily I did have to take this one out the back and de-dust it with a gun or anything. So I'm gonna want to. I might still have a little bit left to be able to just get into the fins. But yeah, I shouldn't have to do anything special to clean the air vents or anything. Oof. Okay. Repairing is not always about actually physically taking a soldering iron and applying solder to fix a component. It is sometimes just cleaning dust out of a system. Look at that, that just came out as well. So here, here. Well, this actually looks pretty good. Minus some of the old thermal paste still being stuck on here, but so long as it's not on the other side, I'm happy. Move that here. Needed. Got another bottle of IPA ready to go. Oh, Colorfinger, while you're here, I want to show you these cool pair of headphones I got when I was at a convention a couple of weeks ago. I think you'll love these. Check this out. Look how chunky these boys are. Retro 70s headset, volume controls at the bottom. They actually sound pretty good as well with a 1/8 jack. They require a 1/4 jack. These things are absolutely gorgeous. I got them for $80, $40, not 80, $40, and they work perfectly. One side is a little louder than the other, but luckily these all have volume controls on the side, so you can fix the volume. There is a faux leather piece that is in the box that needs to be glued back on. The best part about these headphones is that they're super comfortable. I can put these on and completely forget that they're on. They're not very heavy. The padding has held up really well over 40 years, and they sound really, really good. So, yeah, this was a pretty nice pickup from the convention I went to. Yeah, I hate modern technology. Oh, let's get rid of headphone jack. You know, the one thing that people use constantly. Like, I've got a pair of Bluetooth headphones, like expensive Bluetooth headphones, so I don't really mind that much, but it kind of sucks when the power runs out and you got nothing. Two. do the fins first. Actually, I may have shown those headphones off in the Discord. I can't remember. But yeah. Okay. Those fins are... That's all from the fins, by the way. Lot of dust. I mean, this is still better than that one PS3 that I had that was like... You know, it was like walking in the deserts of Arrakis. That's how much dust there was. It's like, oh, this PS3 is overheating. Open it up, and it's just nothing but like there was. It's like there wasn't even a console in there. It was just full of dust, and I'm like, oh, where's the console? Surely it can't be buried under all this dust. I'm gonna have to clean the fins again because they are still dusty. I got the most of them, most of the dust off on the first pass. Just want to get the majority of these fins cleaned. Doesn't need to be a perfect job. But I am a little anal retentive when it comes to the cleanliness of dust. Oh, they really do. Especially in old PS3s, they accumulate really quickly. They are not exactly... I think regular PS3s are not very well known for their thermals. Like Sony decided, oh, yeah, this will do. Having to clean the fins multiple times. And this is just the front side of the fins as well. I have to do the back side as well. Yeah, I forgot. I need to pick up some more Q-tips. Oh, I'm not pointing this the right way. I mean, it's fine. I've got plenty of IPA. But I'm trying to cut back on how much I waste. Mostly because the fumes get to you after a while. Don't realize how much IPA fumes get to you until you go outside for 5 minutes to go get a snack, and then you come back, it's like, man, that's a lot of IPA in the air. Bins are looking rather clean now. Good. I don't think these are ever going to be fully clean, so at some point I have to call it. Now we'll do the other side. But so long as we can say we did our best with this, then, you know, it looks, you do your best on it, and the dust generation that'll be in there at the moment will be minimal. That's dirty already. But what I'm considering doing now that it's getting later, like it's getting dark earlier, there's a couple of things I want to do. One is I might stream earlier in the day, but play some video games just to change it up a little bit. And then in the evening, I might do a few hours of repairs, or in this case, cleaning. That is really nice. And the other thing I want to do is I want to get brighter lights for this area, because right now I'm just using one single solitary desk lamp and it is not bright enough. So what I don't want to get hanging lights, but I do want to get some LED lights to brighten the area up. So I might have two lamps, or like a large desk lamp or something with some LEDs in it, some really bright LEDs. So I've got a much brighter work area, which should probably, which will probably increase the clarity of what I'm doing sometimes. It'll let me see easier, that's for sure. No, don't get stuck. And that is the good. There's still some dust in there, but I think we're looking good. So that's a couple of things I'm planning on doing, because as much as I enjoy doing repairs, I'd like to be able to stream some video games as well, just to change things up. I want to get back to doing my Slay and Aspire A20 runs. See if I can possibly work my way through doing better jobs of actually getting through A20. Okay, this is pretty clean now. I also want to look into getting some different music, because as good as this music is for the background, just nice, chill, relaxing music, a bit repetitive, eh? I think it's like the same 8 songs in repeat, and no matter, like, this channel that I'm getting the music from uh, doesn't seem to get anything other than this music playing in repeat for all their releases. So uh, yeah, I'd like to get something a little different. So I am going to, let's see, I need to replace the pads first. So I need to look up what size pads need to be put where. before I start putting this back together. Then I need to grab my pads and cut them to size. This one more time, just to really get anything off of there. PS3, I don't. There should be. There was a picture that I was using before. There was a good guide. Where was it? This one? Yeah. All right. So let me show this up on screen. So this is the one that I'm looking at here. It tells you exactly what size they should be and where to go. So the yellow, so 3 centimeters for the red, so here and here. 10 1 by 1 centimeter for the orange, which is these ones. And then 5 1.5 by 0.5 centimeter rectangles for the yellow, which are these ones here. And then these are the thicknesses, 1.5, 1.5, and 2. And then the green, which goes here. Which, honestly, I don't think I saw. Might still be on there. No, oh no, yeah, it's still there. I'll just reuse that one. That's a 2 millimeter thickness. So let me find my pads. I still have put them into my thing, but I've moved things around. Did I include in my box? In this box? Are they in the other box? They're not in the other box. So that means that I put them somewhere. Ah, okay. Oh, I thought I put them in an easy to reach spot. Apparently, I didn't. And now I have to find them. One moment. I think that's the one there. Okay, we can use this. Yep. All right. So we've got some variable thickness ones in here, and I am going to use my digital calipers to determine what the sizes are because I can't be bothered looking at them and determining what they are. You should look up Doug's stuff, Spell. He has a D&D. He's been running D&D campaigns with AI characters. To surprisingly hilarious results. So if you need any help there, he usually puts all of his stuff up on GitHub. So you should be able to use that as a reference. Yep, it goes the other way. So there should be 1.5, 0.51, 1.52, and 3. Yeah. I need to pop another pop drop. Okay. Good and bad results. Well, I don't touch AI stuff. I really don't want to get involved with anything AI related. Okay, so the red are 2mm thick, which would be this one. I'm sorry. I thought that muted. We can verify the thickness of the calipers of the thermal pads by just using our digital calipers, and yeah, 2.08 millimeters. So that's right. Didn't I replace the battery? No, I haven't. Okay. The question is, can I get 2 coatings off of, over this? Gonna have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut this in half, and put half. I think I have to cut it in half. Put half there, and then look for another strip. I need another strip of this, which I should have somewhere. So I'm not gonna do that just yet. I would definitely look at Doug's playthroughs of his AI D&D campaign. They are hilarious. Completely hilarious. He has a pyromaniac snowman. Just goes all out pyromaniac. So 10 1 by 1 centimeter squares for orange, and they're 1.5. So are yellows. Great. 1.5 should be this one here. I need to minimize the browser so you can actually see. $1.67 minus the plastic, that's 1.5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I don't know where I put my scissors either for my crafting scissors for this. So we're going to use a crafting knife. There. And right there. So we need to go like that. A little dusty. Like that. And there's plastic on the other side, so it's protecting me. And like that. And that should be 1. Perfect. I don't think this part here needs to be cooled down. Though probably should be. So I'm just gonna cut a tiny little, another piece off here. Cover that. This one over a little bit. Okay. Get back on there. Get back on there. Stay there. Ah, they're both the same size. Three. Four. And 5. Guess we'll look at because we go outside of persuade a mage tower. Run. Need another pack of one of these. Let me see if I can find one. Thanks for letting me know when ads are on and off. Because want to make sure that I reply correctly and when you're actually able to listen. That sounds pretty fucking great. Spoon. Um, I was actually laughing at what you were doing. Ow. Funny. You have to forgive me for being away. I have to find where I put the rest of my thermal pads. Oh, here they are. There they are. Yes. Knew I had another pack. She shakes her head, chuckling to herself. She realizes this understanding. Huh, that's pretty cool. I want to use this entire one up. Do I have older ones that I can salvage? Probably not. No. All right. Well, I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch of ads. One 1.5 and 2s. Okay, cool. I should be able to complete this with the rest. I was saying that it should be 1.1, but it doesn't look like it. It could be 0.75. Try this. Yeah, see, it's smaller and it still fits on there. I think it's also supposed to cool down some of these, but I don't think that really matters that much. Four and 5. And now I need to put some thermal pads on this as well, I think. No, this will just go straight. That's not the right chassis. I need to put it on the other chassis. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. One moment. I think my patron has arrived. Oh, thank you. I forgot I put myself on. I thought I took the mute off. Um, I've got some PSP Goes that we can soft mod, which we're going to do tomorrow. Um, there was something else that I was going to do. Oh, yeah, I was going to do the Walkman tonight, but I might do that tomorrow. I might start doing an early stream tomorrow and do the Walkman. Although it is only like 7:47, so we could probably start on it. Okay, so this now goes like this. And that should be covering... Yes. In. So what is that actually covering? And I'm putting this right close to my face. I think it's just... like, it's not touching the NEC tokens. I think it's just putting pressure in these points here to hold it together. Because that's where I've seen them before. So we put that one on. No, I need to put the... No, wait, this one shouldn't be on yet. What am I doing? I am transferring over the thermal pads is what I'm doing. No, wait, this is the one that has to go on first. No, I'm an idiot. I'll push these down. So they're in place, but I'm an idiot. I need to do this side first. I put the and here. So what I think I know why that dropped before, and it's because these pins here are actually bent further in than they should be. So I'm just gonna pull these out a little bit. Oh wow, there's some thermal paste caked in there as well. I wonder if I can take this off. No, it's riveted in, but I've got to pull these pins out because they're not supposed to be pushed all the way in. That's why the fan fell out easily earlier. There's a whole bunch of thermal paste in there underneath these, so I'm gonna have to re-clean it. Wait. More. It's the other way. I'm gonna drop that in real quick. Need my fingers. Nice and clean. So yeah, the previous person who worked on this decided, oh, these fins should be bent in. Yeah, well, okay, good. That does come off. Clean underneath here, easier. Ah, that's so much better. These ones should come off as well. Then this one should come off as well. There we go. Now I need to clean the fins. Oh, hi, Minu. Looks like Minu wants me to take a break. So let's take a break. Let me clean my fingers. An IPA. When life gives you Minu, give Minu a lot of pets. So let me bring up the cat cab. I think cat cam was turned off on my end. Oh wait, no, I know what's going on. So I can go like there we go. Okay. Oh, how's it going? Okay, fine. You like that? Absolutely denied by my own cat. Oh, I've never felt so owned. They're destroyed. I've been cat blocked. No. So, how do these stay on then? I think I think some of this has to be. So let me try this. Pinch the top of it in while bringing the fins out. See, that fixes it. Did something. What? try to keep the second and fourth fins in. Bring the other three out. Instead. All I know is that someone's decided to screw. Actually, no. I know how to fix this. I need to bend the fins in a little bit and push them out. Wheels. Like pliers. I want to manipulate them a little bit like that. That way the fins will pop out, but it will still latch to the side. There we go. Much better. I don't want to push it that much. Just a little bit. Just like that. It looks a little manky, but it'll work. Let that on. It stays on. The fins are sticking out. Good. Just like that. Then, yeah, see that now holds onto the board a lot easier. Just show you again up close. Just grabbing the top corner of the thing up here and then just gently bending that back into place. And some of them will look a little manky, but that's fine. Don't need to be manky. They don't need to look good. They just need to do what they're supposed to do, which is provide a connection between the chassis and the heatsink, and also grip onto the chassis. That one might need a little bit more work. No, there we go. Okay. So now when I put the fan back on this, there should be a little bit of resistance when I put it in, right? Already experiencing a little bit of resistance, but when I push down, look at that. It's gripping. There we go. It still falls off if you give it a shake, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. There we go. Good as new. So now we're going to do our favorite part, which is thermal pasting. I'm gonna get myself a big blob on here. A big blob on here. And we're gonna grab our spatula. And we're just gonna thin it out. What left over? Gonna need to put a little bit more TP on there. Any leftover I could from this one I could carry over, which is perfectly fine. These heat sinks require quite a bit of thermal paste, a lot more than you think. Well, heat spreaders, I should say. So it looks like I'm putting a lot of thermal paste on here. It's actually just enough, or slightly less than I need. I want to get those side bits. Like, hi Minu. See, now Minu wants my attention. He's hanging around my desk. Side bits. And that should be good. There we go. There is a little bit of a string on there that I want to get rid of. That. Cuts. Probably going to need a little bit more, but not a lot. Enough. I think that might be a little bit too much. We'll see. Looks like it's just a little bit too much. That's fine. One apiece. Okay. Push down a little bit to get rid of some excess. Get a little lighter to put some more on. we go. Alright, so yeah, I did put a little bit too much on, but that is fine. While we bought a big tube. And then I'm gonna just scoot the edge because there was a little bit too much there. Perfect. Now we need to cut these two big squares here. The two. So I'm gonna cut. I'm basically gonna cut this in half. These two in half, and use that as the pads. Here. One. Move this down. So this is a lot more than what was on there before, which is good. Because what was on there before was just like a tiny little square. That. Knife away. That like here. Move this one down a little further. Perfect. And now we can put the heat shield back on. Come on. Come on. Why is that? Oh, because I'm not hooking it. Okay. Let's. And there we go. Fuck. Well, that was just the fan. I guess the repair job that I did before wasn't very good. Cool. But once it's screwed down, it's not going to matter. Okay. It's that down. This down here. I hope the fan is pushed in as far as it can. Okay. Get our clips. So we're going to do the outside ones halfway first. And then we're going to push down the bottom one, like that in halfway. Push on the top one. Push that one in all the way. And the bottom one in all the way. And then the side ones in all the way. Perfect. So that is now back on and looking good. Okay, before we get to the next part, I do want to take apart that PSU. If only just to clean it. Not going to touch any of the interiors, but holy crap, that needs to be cleaned. First things first, let's grab a chem wipe. Actually, let's put the digital calipers away. They have done their job. Let's wipe down the side of this PSU. Get rid of any external facing dust. Now, I've never taken apart a PlayStation PSU before, so this is going to be both entertaining and scary at the same time. Too big. Just right. And again, the only thing I'm going to be doing here is touching it with IPA and a Q-tip to clean it out. I don't want to touch any of the internals. That shit scares me. How many of the top screws do I also have to remove? Probably all of them. Yep, it wants me to remove the top screws as well. Gee, it's like they didn't want people coming in here. For a good reason. Ooh, that doesn't want to come out. I wonder if it'll lift out without that. Oh, it will. Okay, good. That is... What is that? What is that? Anyway. This PSU is clean. So I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to touch any components, even though I touched the rubber on here. I'm not going to do anything. I just wanted to make sure it was clean. And it is clean. I'll clean the dust that is here. But I am not doing anything else. I'm putting this back on and leaving it as is. I should probably take that out and clean it. Building good. Oh, see, now that I have a look at it like this, there's a lot of dust. What? There's the fuse, which is folded in at both ends. Okay. Yeah, now that I have a closer look at this does need a little bit of de-dusting. MOSFETs. Probably need a lot of de-dusting. Just a little bit. That should be fine. Perfect. Interesting. I don't think anything would hit those two holes anyway. On here. Here. And two on this side. Oh, that's cleaned. Okay. Now we want to clean the case. Chem wipes. That done. A little bit. that done. Now to get to the more dirty items. Just a little bit of a clean over here. All right. See, this is something that needs to be cleaned. Clean. Get rid of as much of the surface dust as possible before going in again to get rid of some of the more ingrained dust. Later, Spell. Thanks for hanging out. What we're hoping for here is to get rid of as much dust as possible to not blow anywhere else. We got rid of all the big stuff before, hopefully. Now we're going to get rid of some of the small stuff. I'm not going to clean it completely. I'm not going to go over it with a toothbrush, mostly because I didn't buy any new toothbrushes today. But clean enough to be able to like circulate air better. Get rid of some of this older dust. At least this isn't a smoker's console. If it was a smoker's console, I would have not even cleaned it. I would have waited until I got a new can of compressed air and done it. Hello. What, Minu? Okay, so I'm gonna grab the. This looks fine. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the board, reapply the back plates. Goes like so. Minu, Minu, Minu. I have not properly clipped it. Move it aside for now. I could clip this properly. I need the top clips to go at the top. Then these clips to go over. But one. Oh, there are only two top clips. Okay. I may have just forgotten about that. This is not sitting on the board flush. Oh, I screwed that all up, didn't I? No wonder. All right, well, let's fix that before we do anything. Eno! Halfway out, halfway out, halfway out. all the way out. He wants my attention. So he goes up to some boxes and starts chewing them. He really wants my attention. He'll jump up on the computer desk where he denied me earlier. Okay, now we put this on properly. We fold that underneath. There are some clips that it needs to adhere. Oh, come on, over here. Why do I keep missing? 1, 2, and this. The third one isn't going in. Fourth one isn't going in. One of these isn't going in. There we go. There we go. Now that that's clipped in properly, because I'm an idiot, this should also clip in properly. Like, perfect. Before I put this in, there are 2 screws I need to put in. I keep forgetting about these screws because they're so tiny. My camera is wigging out. No, do this off screen, but the 2 tiny screws for the hard drive needed to be put back in. And now I can flip this over and very carefully put this back in. Just like so. Perfect. Oh, what did I do? Okay, good. That's better. Minimized everything. Okay, so first thing is first, I'm going to start putting some screws in. See, that doesn't go there, does it? No. Oh, that loud. I don't even know anymore. I know what we can do. First things first, let's put the grounding screw in. Screw. That doesn't feel like the right screw either. I think that's supposed to be a mini screw. Oh no, these two screws were missing. I think that screw goes somewhere out, comes from somewhere else. Apologies, let me have a candy. Mr. The Middle has actually come to visit this time. Let's see if he stays. Want some attention, don't you? Yeah. Good. Oh no, he's captured my arm. Oh no. What shall I do? He just wants a cuddle. Well, when Nina wants me to give him attention, it means I need to take a break. Eating belly is never a trap. That is impossible. He's like, oh, why are you moving your hand from over there? Why are you moving your hand from over there? Put my hand back over where it was. That is impossible. I love him. What airplane he is going? What are you doing? becoming eepy. Look at his eyes. Ew is very tired. He's eepy. Eepy the eepy the sea. I'm gonna see if he stays there while I move back over here. And I'm gonna scratch his chin while I resize the cat cam. Okay. I think these two posts were filled. Do they use the thinner screws or the thicker screws? They use the thinner ones. No, the shell uses the thicker ones. Okay. Ah, my neck. Clean enough. Before I screw those in, I might want to grab the. Oh, I forgot to put the cap back on the thermal paste. Let me do that. There we go. And I want to grab that thin cable. I want to plug it in here. The real question is, where did I put that thin cable? That thing. Oh, I see where I put everything. Put it over here. Oh. The part that goes in, I'm gonna put that one in there. So go. Go. So and then that, and then can't see this because it's in the cat, but then I just push this straight down in here. These ones use the thicker screws. Yeah, they use the thicker screws, which is a bit odd, but okay. Mm. Alright, well, this is mostly back together. I now want to clean these bits up. So let's do that. Hi, Minu. Bye, Minu. Remove as much of the dust from this as possible. Good. Oh, because it goes this way, not the other way. Oh. Look at all the dust that burnt on the side of this. Last time this was serviced was 08? Either 08 or 11, depending on if they're using 8601, which no American ever uses 8601. So this might be a replaced or a reserviced DVD drive. So for the time being, I want to clean this. I take this out. Probably take that out by the tabs. I want to clean that separately as well. Get rid of as much of the dust on here as possible. That's the first pass. We could have gotten most of, or a lot of the bigger particles. Go back in to get some of the smaller ones. Okay. Okay. There are a little bit of a few nooks and crannies I want to go in there with a Q-tip. Be detached a little bit. Driveway. Okay. Should be good enough. Gonna have to give the outside a bit of a cleaning because I've got a little bit of that thermal paste on it. But it's a lot less dusty than it was before. So let's piece this all back together, eh? Not gonna clean the bottom yet because this is already in its case. This pad is fine. Got a little bit of dust on it. Let's clean that off. So in. Oh, I need to put the other cable in here. So we lift that back up. Put this cable in here. We need to push that lever down so it doesn't actually go anywhere. Wait, this in. That down. Okay. We go that in between. We can put the screw in there. Oh, Minu, what? Give me a second. I'm gonna have to take care of the cat. I honestly don't know what the cat wanted. This needed to be cleaned as well, didn't it? There we go, it's clean. We gotta go in there. Make sure that the card reader is mostly dust free. There we go. Nice and clean. This goes back on the top of the shell. So that faces out like that. We push this in and then boop. So with that done, I need to screw in a few screws. There's so many screws missing, I don't know which screw is supposed to go where, so I'm just gonna do my best. Make sure that it is at least secured in place. Okay. Put this back in. Okay. Goes into here. Then looks down. Yep. Then we get the front chassis. Line it up. Get plug this in. Here. Then we just gotta take this off. Like that down. Close. Alright, this is kind of hubris to do this, but I'm doing this anyway. Because so long as everything's working fine, I want to be able to do a test to see if the thermals or the thing skyrockets again. The fans skyrocket. That's for a screw. That's for a different screw. One should fit in there. Okay. All right, so now we test this again. Get the hard drive. Clean the hard drive. This is a 500 gig model. This is the expensive one. I don't want to have to take the hard drive out. Right. Now we power this baby back up. And let's see if it overheats in like in 5 minutes like it did last time. Power on. Let's just make that full screen, whatever. Probably going to ask me for date and time again. I don't know. But it is silent. It is also thinking. Did I not plug something back in that I should have? Cannot start. The appropriate system storage was not found. Oh, maybe the hard drive isn't plugged in all the way. Yeah, I don't think the hard drive's plugged in all the way. There we go. Let's try that again. While that's loading, I'm going to give the console a bit of a spit shine on the outside. There we go. And we need to give this a bit more of a spit shine later. First things first, it's sounding a lot quieter, which is good. Power that on. Put a game in and see what happens when it starts loading into a game. Well, it did kick on for a second there, but then turned off. I mean, if this is just literally put new thermal paste on and clean it, then that's great. Fan has started to kick in a little bit, which I expect if there's a game loading. Oh, who's this guy? Square to skip. Tabs. New to the franchise. Okay, so the fan has kicked on. Again, the air coming out of the exhaust is not offensive. It is warm, but it's not offensive. Like, maybe like a couple of degrees warmer. Fan has kicked on even more. Okay. I'm going to see if it kicks up to a next level. Yep, it kicked up to the next level. Okay, so if I get out of the game, does this lower it? No, it doesn't seem to have done that. Okay. Alright, I had a can of Oreo Coke over here. Um, let's try loading in God of War. If the DVD drive reads at least. We know that the Blu-ray one does. Yes, create a memory card. Yes, create a new internal memory card. Create new memory card. Internal memory card. PS2. Back. Now, I did say PS2 formatted disc. It didn't say the name of the game, which is a bit worrying. Oh, but it is loading in. There is no way to skip this cutscene. But it looks like it is working. So what I might do is, like, the fan has kicked on. It is loud. but there's very little heat coming out of the back of it. So what I might do is do a burn-in test with this tonight. Or do a PS3 game burn-in test, then a PS2 burn-in test tomorrow morning. See how that goes. It just seems that the fan is getting a little, like, it's turning on early and staying on, which isn't necessarily terrible, but it's not ideal. So I think this one is fine, but we'll have to do some testing. Speaking of testing, we need to clean up a little bit. Well, this one could just be, you know, everything's loud, but it's fine. We'll find out. Also, before I pack this away, I need to put the hard drive screw in and put the hard drive cover back on. Keep all the bits together. Yep. Alright, let's grab the other PS3. Another backwards compatible CECHA model PlayStation 3. Now, at one point I was like, man, I am so scared of having one of these in my house. Now I'm just like, oh, okay, let's see what's wrong with it. Kind of an interesting turn of it. This one has not been opened before, has it? No, the seal is still on. Ooh. Let's have a look at the hard drive and see what type of hard drive it is. Ooh. Ooh. Where did I put this? So I don't think this has been taken apart before. I don't even think that the hard drive has been taken out before. I'm using the proper bit to take that out instead of the improper bit. This is a 60 gig. Okay, so the hard drive on the other one was replaced. I do see some dust in there. Okay. So this is the original hard drive. Which at 16 years old does not give me hope that the hard drive is still good. It is a platter drive after all. Alright. Turn on. Power on. What do we get? We are hopefully getting some signal. Okay. Green light is on. I'm not getting signal. Let me check. So stuff is on. I'm gonna click the HDMI port. Looks fine. Not a little loose. Looks like it's on. But I'm not getting any signal. Maybe I need to restart, deactivate and turn on the card again? What if I switch it over to the other monitor? Oh, connect. Yeah, so it is. It is showing something. So why is my capture card in the ass? Tell you why my capture card's in the ass. Chinesian capture card. Let me try unplugging it and plugging it back in. There we go. All right. Unplugging and replugging it back in. Fixed it. Yes, we want to use HDMI. So first things first, this is already a lot quieter, but it might be on low power mode. Let's see what version this console is on. It is under system settings. $4.75. Okay. No, I'm not hearing the fan at all. Which immediately tells me that there's something different between this one and the other one. Like, I'm gonna need to replace the thermal paste on this one. The thermal paste is 16 years old. Going on 17. The thermal paste on this console is almost old enough to vote. And if you're outside of the US, old enough to drink. The fan is not spinning up at all. Let's put a game in. Where did I put my... Okay. Let's put in NHL. System settings. Auto updates are off. Sort of load in and get to the The fan still hasn't kicked in. The fan just kicked in now. Okay. Yeah, this one is a lot quieter. Advance. Skip cutscene. We choose the Habs. No. Yeah, I'm barely hearing it. So the other one's probably. I want to say that maybe there's a faulty sensor on the other one, which is why it keeps thermally ramping up. But I also need to figure out where the thermal sensors are on these things and how to test them. So I might do that offline. But yeah, this loads into a game perfectly fine. Quick game, yes. Let's put in God of War. And let's see how God of War does. This will load into a PS2 game. Those are going to ask me the questions. That doth not bode well. Okay. So maybe the laser for the DVD player is cooked. Let's load in a different game just in case. I'm not putting Lord of the Rings in. I'll put in a different game. You'll see which game it is if it loads in. There we go. PlayStation 2 formatted disc. Not sure why I didn't want to load God of War up, but now we load up our PlayStation 2 disc and we find out what magical game I've got loaded in here. Renderware. Oh, you know it's a quality game when it's using renderware. That's a sort of quality right there, mate. World Championship Poker. This is my original test game until I started coming across loose discs in consoles. Alright, so this loaded. Let's see if we can get God of War to load. Not sure why God of War didn't load. Well, one thing that I could notice, which I haven't got on screen, is that World Championship Poker for the PlayStation 2 has a blue underside to it, whereas God of War doesn't. And same with Lord of the Rings. So, I don't know. Maybe some discs were printed with blue liquid on it as well. Blue silicon layer or something, protective layer. This is trying to load God of War. So the laser's not cooked yet. But it's probably not strong enough to read certain discs. Just by putting Lord of the Rings in. Yeah. Okay, so it could be that the laser is starting to fizzle out. It's loading discs with a colored back on it, but any silver-backed discs are not being read. I wonder if I could tweak the potentiometer for that, but I have not touched a disk drive yet, so I don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to do some research offline about that, just to see what possibly could be going on there, because I don't want to open this up until I know that it's something that I can either tweak to get working, or that it is something that I need to replace. There is... like, this fan has turned on and it is spinning. There is very little heat coming out of it. It is quiet. So I also want to do some research on thermals for the PS3. Try to figure out why one is ramping up really high and one isn't. So, yeah. That's just something weird. So I might actually just call it there today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a proper... So what I might... No, I don't want to do a burning test with this tonight. I'm gonna do the burning test with the other PlayStation tonight. This one I want to do some more research on. Actually, no, I want to do research on both of them before I do any burning tests, I think. But tomorrow, we're going to do the PlayStation Portable jailbreaking, and we're also going to do the Walkman. I promise I will do the Walkman. I need to get the Walkman done, but it is getting a little later, and I can start feeling more pain in my neck, and I kind of want to rest it. So thank you for joining for the short stream. You come back, and I'll catch you all next time. See you tomorrow.